Hello, welcome to this week's Snow Report. It is Friday the 7th of February and it's a beautiful day today, which belies the week that we've had. It's been rather testing, to say the least. It's probably been the worst week of the season so far, but thankfully we are ending it on a nice clear bluebird day. But yeah, last week it started off with rain on Sunday, which you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that rain in a ski resort is never good. And we even had rain up to the top of Fratavi, which is at 2,690 meters. So there was quite a lot of damage made or done to the pistes because of the rain, and it has turned them into quite hard packed pistes now. So the skiing is quite challenging. Well, you need good edges, should we say. The cannons have been firing down on the lower runs, so on run 29 and run 2000 and the Grand Pista. They have had the cannons firing, which is adding a layer of artificial snow on top of that hard packed piste. So it is okay, but expect firm packed skiing when you're out next week. We were in the bowl yesterday and coming down 25, which is one of the black runs. It was like an ice rink, and it wasn't pleasant at all. But hopefully, I mean, today's quite warm. As you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky today, and it is quite warm. So hopefully, the temperatures, high temperatures, will just soften the pistes up a little bit for us. Also, the week just gone, we have had some very strong winds indeed. Gusts in excess of 100 kilometers an hour at the top, which obviously has resulted in lift closures. It matters not if the lifts are old or new. If the winds are gusting at 100 kilometers an hour, they're going to shut. And even the gondola up from Sestriere to the top of Fratavi, modern lift, that closed. So it isn't anything to do with the fact that the lift system is not as modern as in some resorts. It's to do with the fact that we've had some extremely strong wind this week. So it's unfortunate. We had 2 days of lift closures, and I think the majority of people who have been out here this week who witnessed the severity of the wind fully understand why those lifts were shut. But on Wednesday, thankfully, the winds died down sufficient for the links to open and for the Rocinere chairlift to open as well. Excuse me. But today, Friday, it is a beautiful, glorious day. Absolutely fantastic. So the forecast for next week looks like it's going to start off fairly sunny, hopefully on Monday. In fact, every time I look at this forecast, it changes. So the honest truth is, I haven't got a clue what it's going to do next week. We might have a bit of snow coming in. We certainly had snow forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday. When I looked at the forecast yesterday, I've just checked it now, that seems to have disappeared. We had snow forecast for Friday as well. That seems to be coming and going. I think the most important thing that we need to be looking at is the wind. And it does look like it might be picking up on Tuesday, possibly Wednesday, but it doesn't look like it's going to be as strong as last week. So hopefully we won't have any lift closures. And as you can tell, we're now on run 12. We're just below the snow park. As you can tell, this coverage is good. We do still have good coverage. It's just that the pistes are skiing quite firm. So if you are out, if you've got some rented skis, ask for some. Don't bother getting all mountain skis. The off-piste is, well, there isn't much, if any at all. So if you're renting skis, ask for some piste skis and make sure those edges are nice and sharp. So if you are out next week, then please do come along to the Moncrons meet and greet that we have on a Tuesday evening. That is from 5:30 until 7:30. Myself and Sinead will be there. We had a rather successful raffle last week, and we raffled off a private ski lesson, a hoodie, a t-shirt, a bottle of Spumante, and all the profits then were donated to the WWF, who are currently helping the Australian bushfire charity. So if you are out next week, we will be having another raffle. So your chance to win one of those 4 great prizes. Potentially, we've got to double check about the ski lesson, but certainly there'll be a hoodie and a t-shirt up for grabs and a bottle of Spumante. So we've got 3 great prizes for sure, possibly 4. So do come along. Tickets are €2 for the raffle. But as I say, any profit we make does go to WWF. So it is a good cause. It is WWF, isn't it? That's not the wrestling thing, is it? Well, no, it is WWF. That's right. Yeah, cool. Good stuff. You might have noticed I have swapped hats. Haha, I am now a Kilmarnock fan. So thank you to the Kilmarnock contingent who brought me the old hat out, the beanie, the Kilmarnock beanie. Thank you very much. And oh, the Leeds CrossFit Massive. Hell, thank you so much for the can of Yorkshire Ale. You absolute beauty. And that's actually given me a thought. If there's anybody else out there who fancies bringing me a can of their local ale out, then I will be more than happy to sample that for you and give you my opinion. Hello, right, okay, so this week's shout-outs are being brought to you inside Bar Basset, the bar in the bowl. In fact, the only bar in the bowl. And we tend to come here for our coffee and crostata because the cake is nice. They're not paying us to say this, by the way. This is not a paid promotion. This is just from the heart, which is what we need. Right, anyway, so shout-outs this week. We've got Graham and Anthony from Essex. They're arriving on Saturday the 8th for the 6th year on the trot. Well done, lads. We've got Richard and Harrison. Yeah, Richard and Harrison, they're coming out on Sunday. I spoke to you the other night, Richard, so we'll see you on Sunday. Good stuff. We've got Rob, Sally, Henry, Millie, Holly and Ben arriving on Saturday, so tomorrow, for what will hopefully be a brilliant week. And also, actually, we've got the regimental band of the Royal Welsh Regiment, who played at the Millennium Stadium before last Saturday's rugby game, and then jumped on a plane and flew out here, and they're currently with us, and they will be in Moncrons watching the rugby tomorrow, Wales versus Ireland, or is it in Ireland or is it in Wales? Anyway, it's the Welsh Ireland game, and they will be in Moncrons singing their hearts out like any good Welshman will. And then we've got the Signet Badminton Club. That's Jason. Please say thanks to him for organising the trip. I don't know if that's in his words, but anyway, he's thanking himself for organising the trip. And that's coming out are David, Chris, Eleonora, Kayleen, I hope I've pronounced that right, Bushra and Nadia. So hope you guys have a fun time. We've got Andy, Jane, Jules, Delaney, again, I hope I've pronounced that right, Dom, but missing this year is Tristan. Sorry, Tristan. Anthony, Kelly and Graham Swanton, they're coming out and staying at the Derby. And then we've got Sam, Stu and the Manchester crew, nice and rhyming that. And then Tom, Michelle, Paul, Aaron from Skipton. That's it. All right, catch you later. Bye bye. Finish.